Since this adorable psychopath skipped onto our screens at the start of season 2, players have done their best to learn and master this defensive legend of the frontier. This is how to get good at Wattson. The daughter of probably the evil teacher in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Wattson is equipped with the ability to create electric fences that will damage and slow any enemy to pass through. The good news is that if you're ready to follow up for the kill, the likelihood of success is around 90%. Unfortunately, unlike Caustic, Wattson is less subtle than a Twitch streamer trying to gain more views, so it is very unlikely that enemies will willingly subject themselves to your sparkly surprise. With this in mind, it can often be better to lean into the fact that her fences light up like the 4th of America Day and turn your occupied spaces into something that will be perceived to be devoid of anything tempting or enticing for any onlooker of the area. A single fence across a doorway is good, but a jagged monstrosity will make it hard for any rational part of a player's mind to justify thrusting themselves into such horrific circumstances. Many players will fall into the same pitfall of neglecting to deploy these sticks of death sticks if you will, at opportunities where it would be appropriate. A player simply needs to refer to Sir Swag's patented system for finding out whether to start deploying fences. If you plan to stay at a single location for more than 2 minutes, and if you're not making a conscious effort to stay hidden, then it's in your best interest to trick out your area like an episode of Pimp My Fucking Swamp Shack. However, the fences shouldn't just be used for the inside of a building, but also be used in natural choke points or to create zones that make it harder for squads to push into you without severely compromising their ability to freely move. Even if your godlike squad is making a very tactical and intelligent retreat, the fence can still be used to persuade pursuers that your entire inventory of 20 energy ammo, an arc star, and a level 1 sniper stock isn't worth the grueling experience you'll put them through to get it. We then get to the ultimate, which is the heart of any respectable hunker strategy. Not only can this make it impossible for enemies to throw nasty grenades at your squad, and not only can it reduce your fence cooldown from 30 seconds to just 4 seconds, but it will also charge the shields of any player standing next to it. With this in mind, this means that the deployable will happily protect and charge the shields of other players, so think twice about abandoning it in such a way that you might regret at a later time. The most dramatically obvious use of this ability is to negate Gibraltar and Bangalore ultimates, and although spectacular when it works, it will very rarely be something that any player should actively be looking to counter. The real use of the ultimate is to further solidify your ownership of a space and to force enemy squads to burn their shield resources while you effectively have an unlimited supply. On another note, a single ultimate accelerant is able to immediately give Wattson her ultimate ability. If your squad is running low on resources, it can often be a good idea to trade the ultimate accelerant for slow but easy shielding. The playstyle of Wattson is less about taking fights and being in an attack-centric mindset, but instead assuming a measured demeanor and always thinking ahead in terms of what the squad should be doing next. A good Wattson player doesn't want to be taking fights unexpectedly, but instead, she wants to be already in the most advantageous position of the next zone, with a fully rigged up area to work with. She wants every encounter with another squad to be a pre-planned event where the odds are already grossly stacked in her favor. A good Wattson will thrive because they'll make it extremely difficult for even the most numerous and determined enemy to even be in a position to challenge her. With this being said, even when this strategy goes to shit, this kind of pre-planning will allow you to yeet the fuck out of there and leave the other degenerate squads still trying to navigate your horrific web of electricity. However, even the best laid plans have a weakness, and in the case of Wattson, her fences can be destroyed by shooting the base, or with grenades, or caustic gas. Although, even if enemy players do employ this 900 IQ strategy, you'll just have to bust out some of the 901 IQ fences to foil their plans. If another Wattson puts down a fence, simply surround their fence and the ultimate power move. It should also be noted that although normal doors will be completely destroyed by fences, the thick ones will simply stop the electricity until it is once again opened. Use this to catch other players completely off guard and let them know that if challenged, you'll be more than happy to spread their fucking Vegemite. Portals are an absolute goldmine for Wattson fuckery, as by simply placing a fence at the exit of one end, it will both immediately damage, trap, and slow any dumb shit who comes through from the other end, and will make them almost as utterly useless as players with TTV in their name. A more niche use for fences is to stop other squads trying to pull their own bullshit. When Mirage is downed, he turns less transparent than the Electronic Arts PR department, but with the magic of electricity, you'll be able to shut down his shenanigans before his squad even realize they just lost their worst player. Finally, players, by some lag spike or server error, may find themselves downed. However, by very clever positioning, they'll be able to take down whatever degenerate piece of shit who dared to challenge their superior skills. This concludes today's guide on Wattson. This channel could bombard you with various exciting links that are currently in the description, but alternatively, here's Wonderwall.
Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me.